I know, chasing that dough, hitting that road, getting that money, man. All I know, loading that foe, kicking down doors, getting that money, man. We gon' make it money. We gon' take it Grizzly. We gon' make it money. We gon' take it Grizzly.
Which fight is the most dangerous fight for Tyson Fury? Is it Dillian Whyte or Oleksandr Usyk? As you know, the WBC ordered Tyson Fury to fight Dillian Whyte, but there have been talks about a step aside. Which fight do you think would give Tyson Fury the most problems? And I'm gonna start one off with Conspiracy G.
Yo, man, this is actually a tough question. I'm gonna say, and don't hold me to this. If you ask me this, probably another 10 minutes, I'll probably switch up my answer. But right now, I'm leaning towards Dillian Whyte. The reason why is because, actually, after this past segment, I realized Tyson Fury is not that bigger than Usyk. In my mind, I thought Tyson Fury was way bigger than Usyk, and so I thought, Tyson Fury, if he could bully Wilder the way he did, he could probably do the same thing to Usyk. But now, Usyk, his height is he has heavyweight height, so I don't. Man, and you know what? I'm gonna say, I'm switching my answer.
My man,
he done flipped his mind to himself. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, because
G Slide's coming to the Boxing Bros store
made by Crux.
Because Tyson Fury and Dillian Whyte have been in several training camps together, so Tyson Fury knows exactly what Dillian is going to bring to the table. Tyson Fury doesn't necessarily know what Usyk's going to bring to the table, and you could get other fighters to duplicate a Dillian Whyte style. It's hard to get heavyweights to duplicate a Usyk style in preparation for a fight. So I honestly believe, and I'm gonna stick with this answer. Usyk will be it'll be more dangerous for Tyson Fury than Dillian Whyte, because trying to find somebody to prep him to get him ready for Oleksandr Usyk. That's in this heavyweight division, man. I can only think of honestly, it's not too many, man. Maybe he could get some of the Cuban dudes to kind of replicate Usyk, but even that is, that Ukrainian style is different. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I'm definitely going with Oleksandr Usyk, the more dangerous of the two.
Wow, G. Trill dollar bill.
Eastern Europe, salute to you guys. Salute to all you Eastern European fighters. Nothing but love and respect for you guys. Y'all guys are not sitting around here waiting for checks, baby and O's. Give y'all the toughest competition you can possibly find, And these guys is doing what they doing. They're beating them, When Usyk first came in his first fight, I said he's going to be a problem for anybody in the heavyweight division. He's going to be a problem for everybody in the heavyweight division, and I stand on that still. It's going to be a problem for everybody, every and anybody, because he's just that talented. Just that talented.
All right, so you're saying he's going to give Fury? He would give Fury more trouble than Dillian Whyte?
Yes, he would give him fits. He will give him fits, and especially the Tyson Fury that I just seen in this last Deontay Wilder fights. I think he would give him fits. You know what I'm saying? Tyson Fury will have to really come in there and really be a puncher, because he's gonna give him fits. He got to punch him and hold him. You know what I'm saying? Because Usyk is gonna give him fits in that fight. You know what I'm saying? He got to punch him, lean on him, and hold him. That's the only thing he can possibly do to try to get in it. And there is a person that can mimic his style, and we talked about him in the segment before, and he has been working with him. The young guy, Big Baby Anderson. I think that this young man, his mobility is not like a Usyk, but it will help with Tyson Fury in camp. But Usyk is just special. Usyk is special, and he'll give all these guys a run for their money. And he's definitely more dangerous than a Dillian Whyte. It's going to be right there in front of Tyson Fury.
TBE.
No, I don't want to sound like a broken record, but yeah, I feel Usyk is the dangerous fighter here for Tyson Fury. I feel Dillian he has stamina issues, and Tyson Fury, Dillian's style is easy for Tyson Fury to break down and frustrate Dillian Whyte as well. Tyson Fury is built to frustrate Dillian Whyte as well. I mean, what I meant to say. And Usyk is just a wild card here. Like, you don't know what he's gonna bring to the table. You saw what we all thought what Joshua was gonna be able to handle his size and style, and Joshua struggled tremendously. And I think Usyk is just gonna bring that for Fury. He's gonna bring that for Wilder. He brings that to anybody in the heavyweight division. He's just an ordinary, unorthodox, it's just something we never seen. He's just the new hybrid heavyweight fighter.
Yeah, so obviously to respond to that, I wouldn't say hybrid. I would just say throwback. Heavyweights were like that back in the days. Athletic, explosive. Like when you go back to Mike Tyson's era, Lennox Lewis, Van Holyfield, that's how they were. He's just a throwback. He's a throwback type heavyweight. They were around the same height, with the exception of Tyson, talking about like Evander Holyfield, and they were able to do some of the things that Usyk does. What I would say is it has to be Usyk. And the reason why I say it has to be Usyk, that's a more dangerous fight for Tyson Fury, is let's look at some of the comparisons. If we were talking about who had the better chance of knocking out Tyson Fury, would be Dillian Whyte, right? But even then, Deontay Wilder could knock out Tyson Fury. He dropped him 4 times, and each time Fury got back up and proceeded to give Wilder the business. So we're talking about someone who's proven that power isn't really his weakness, right? And so even when you look at Dillian Whyte versus Anthony Joshua, he was able to hurt Joshua, but Joshua was able to take his power and then get him out of there. Now, Dillian Whyte is more skilled than he was back when he fought Joshua, but is he more powerful? Does he punch harder? There's really no way to prove that, right? Another thing we know about Dillian Whyte is he's been hurt several times. He's been dropped several times, and he's even been knocked out cold by a fighter, and we haven't seen that with Usyk. And even in his fight with Anthony Joshua, Dillian Whyte was stopped, and Usyk was able to take the punches. So for me, that's a nod and a chin category for Oleksandr Usyk. But if you look at Usyk, what makes him special is his skill set, his ability to win the fight. He outpointed Joshua. And that's what he would be looking to do against Tyson Fury. So do we believe that there are guys who, because Fury's been dropped before, is it possible he can be knocked out? Yes, but we haven't seen it yet. But when you look at Usyk and you look at his skill set, you look at the footwork, you look at the hand speed, you look at the punch selection, you look at the time and the IQ, you look at all the things he brings to the table, and you're saying like, this could be a problem for Fury. When you look at Dillian Whyte, you're like, okay, if he hits him, he may knock him out, but Fury's known for getting up. G brought up stamina issues, but also, what if Fury hits him? He's known for going down, and he's even been knocked out before. So I think the fighter that I would pick to be the tougher fight for Usyk is the guy who beat the man that Dillian Whyte lost to, but also because he has attributes that Dillian Whyte doesn't have and seems to have a better chin, and that man is Oleksandr Usyk.
Let us know.
Question. It was actually Ned who was talking about the stamina issues. So.
Oh, okay.
Let us know how you feel in the comment section. Please like and subscribe, and check us out on Instagram and Twitter. And please check out our podcast on all major streaming services. We're keeping the ball rolling. It's the Boxing Bros.